Here's a short story from a book that has a novella and 7 short stories. The book is that Note from La Jolla, and the short story is called The Photo Shoot. I'll read it for you now. We'd been waiting in the hotel parking garage for almost an hour, and Setsuko hadn't appeared. The limo, the camera equipment, and the photographer were all ready for the shoot. The driver didn't seem to mind. He was on company time. Presently wasn't dealing with the Yokohama traffic, and sat leisurely behind the limo steering wheel, apparently napping off and on. I organized this publicity shoot, so the stress was on me. If she didn't come in the next 15 minutes, I'd go to her hotel room to see what the problem is. The plan is to take a few shots of Setsuko here, then drive to a nearby suburb where one of the major scenes takes place in the movie version of a novel entitled Tanto. I'm one of 3 main producers for the film, and am primarily responsible for Setsuko portraying the principal character, Mikiko Ohara. There's a lot going through my mind now, and perhaps it's intensified because of what happened in a short time frame. I fell in love with Setsuko, and we're in a relationship now that could lead to problems. Her grandfather is a prominent, extremely wealthy entrepreneur who owns many business enterprises throughout the world. Our problem is he despises Americans. It's a remnant from World War II, in which he was a Japanese fighter pilot, was shot down over enemy territory, and became a prisoner of war. For him, it would be repulsive for his only granddaughter, who is now a very popular film star in Japan, to be involved with an American. He's old and is an icon in his country. He's also Setsuko's hero, one she has admired and practically worshipped since childhood. She and I have been surreptitiously spending the nights together in her hotel room. She's the most gorgeous and intelligent female I've ever known, and the sexiest. I'm 25 years older than she, but that doesn't seem to bother her. Because of her status in the Japanese movie industry, based on her talent and popularity, Setsuko is affluent. She's fully aware that I'm not very well off financially, and that I actually borrowed the money for my share of this film's production. I had read the novel the film is based on and knew it would make an excellent movie, one that will appeal to a wide adult audience. It's about a Japanese girl who learns from her mother that her grandmother committed suicide after her mother was born, when she discovers that the father, an American sailor, deserted her. The girl then has only one goal: to find her biological grandfather and take his life with the same dagger called a tanto in Japanese, then take her own life to show respect for her deified grandmother. Setsuko is perfect for the role. There's a martial arts scene in a bank lobby in which the female character subdues a bank robber who threatens to kill her. I sincerely think Setsuko would get an Oscar nomination for her acting. Last night, near bedtime, Setsko and I had a long discussion about our possible future. I explained that I have deep misgivings about continuing our relationship when we know that her grandfather will strongly object. She shocked me, telling me she wasn't going to let her grandfather control her life, that as much as she loved and respected him, her life was her own. She rather defiantly told me she wanted me to quit my association with the film business and be with her, that she would be responsible for us monetarily, and I would never have to worry about money again. Well, I balked at her proposal and told her my personal pride would never let me do that. She actually got belligerent and began to yell at me. Aware of her martial arts skill, I became frightened. I had never seen her like this. She lunged toward me, and in self-defense, I swung at her, accidentally hitting her face. She toppled backward and hit her head on the coffee table as she fell on the carpet. Setsko won't be coming for the photo shoot. I'll try to play my part as realistically as I can. Setsko is dead. That's the end of the story. I hope you read it and the rest of my book. It's on Amazon. Thank you.